And now, live from the Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages Porch.
Good morning. A local chapter of a national organization is working to make an impact in the lives of boys and young men of color here in Tulsa and in Green Country. Joining us this morning is Berthaddaeus Bailey. He's the managing director of My Brother's Keeper in Tulsa. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Glad to be here.
So I've enjoyed hearing more about this group. So My Brother's Keeper started as a White House initiative under President Obama. It's now under the Obama Foundation. Tell us about the work you do here on a local level.
Sure. So the majority of our work is getting our partners together to understand the opportunity we have to support boys and young men of color. Three of our focus areas are education, workforce, and safety. And so we bring together partners who are already doing great work. They're doing great work. But what we want them to do and realize is that we can do it a little bit more effectively and strategically, and so we bring data to help them to strategize around that.
So while you do have a mentoring initiative, you are not a mentoring program.
Yes, thank you for making that clarification. So a lot of our community members believe that we're a mentoring organization. We have a mentoring initiative that is at a couple of our schools across the city. However, that is not the main work of My Brother's Keeper. The main work of My Brother's Keeper is to get our city aligned to a strategy that is going to really move impact for boys and young men of color in reading proficiency and graduation from high school, and in them being employed and having safe and secure futures.
Yeah, are those some of the disparities that you're seeing for these boys and men?
Yeah, we're seeing only 18% of boys and young men of color are reading at proficiency, and then we have less than half of young men of color are going on to graduate from high school and then enroll in post-secondary opportunities, and we want to move those numbers, and I believe that we can do it. We have so many programs and initiatives here inside Tulsa. We just have to coordinate them. We're program rich but coordination poor, and so we just have to coordinate them in a way that's going to benefit our young men.
When did the local chapter come here, and what kind of progress have you seen since you all were founded?
Sure. So in 2021, we joined a group of 250 communities from across the nation. Tulsa raised their hand and said, we need to focus very specifically and intentionally on boys and young men of color. And a couple of things that we've seen is we have over 100 partners who've raised their hand to say that there's things that they can do better to support our young men of color. And so they've been, dedicated and committed to this work. They've aligned to strategies that are rooted inside of our 6 focus areas. And so we're excited about what's happening. And then our mentoring program, we've seen great outcomes in attendance, in behavior, and in grade performance. And so that's some early success that we've seen.
And quickly, you were a 2023 model community picked by the Obama Foundation.
Yes, 1 of 4. So there's only 3 other cities. Tulsa happened to be named as one. And a part of that is because of the work of our community partners. We were able to show that we could move pre-K enrollment numbers up for students of color by 33% across our city. And so the Obama Foundation noticed the work that we were doing locally and said, we want you all to replicate that across 6 different focus areas. And so that's why we became a model community.
You guys are doing great work. You have several events coming up, including one this morning at 10 o'clock at the Dream Center. It's the Previewing Promising Practices Nationwide. That's at 10 a.m. at the Dream Center. Several other events coming up as well. We'll get all of that linked over to our website. Berthaddaeus, thanks for being here with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Keep up the great work. And if anyone has an idea for a great segment here on our Coca-Cola Porch, you can submit that at newson6.com/porch.